Hi guys, 12th of January. Oops, sorry, there's a bad setup today, isn't it? 12th of January. So let's see where we're going with our cards this week. There's been a lot of people contacting me asking me for private readings this week, so I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. Business-wise, it's a good thing. Possibly for everybody else, it's a bad thing. So let's see where we're going this week. Okay. Consolation. What is it we are seeking consolation for? Is the question at the moment. So, who are we seeking it in and what are we seeking it for? First of all, apologies if I go off on a coughing fit because it's that time of year, isn't it? And everything's just, hitting you all at once. So, what is it that we're doing that we need consolation for? I don't think we're going to get the answer to that one until I get the next cards out. So, we're back with our lack of hope again. So we're not looking at a very good reading this week, are we? I haven't seen her before. So these three cards, everything is about to change. Literally like rug being pulled out from under your feet kind of change. We're talking major upheavals, okay, whether it's job, family life, relationships, whatever. There is that much change coming at the minute that you can hope to hide from it, but actually you can't. I think this is where the consolation card comes into it. It's almost as though we've read the cards backwards, so we should have started with this one and gone through. Excuse me while I have a drink. So what we've got here is I want to use the clip from the movie Nephilia to communicate it. There is so much going on at the moment, so much energetically, but actually what is happening is going to be for the better. It's not going to seem it at first. It's going to seem sudden. It's going to seem horrendous. It really is. It's going to make you question absolutely everything. And you are going to think you have no hope left. You are going to think that this is the end of it. By the end of the week, though, I think we have literally gone in the wrong way for here. So I think by the end of the week we are literally going to get the consolation. So I'm just going to swap those two over there. So change is a coming, and there is nothing we can do about this. I mean, change happens. We know this. So if we are having an issue with the change, perhaps we need to change how we feel about it. Perhaps we need to look at if we're being triggered and why. Again, back to the shadow work, but I don't think this is so much about the shadow work. I think this is about the moving stuff out of your way. So much that we cling to. I've been getting decluttering coming up a lot recently. I mean, I've just taken like 8 bags of stuff to the charity shop. So what are we decluttering? What are we hanging on to? Perhaps this is something physical, but I don't think so. I think this is going to be a huge emotional shift because we've got 2 very emotional cards to go with it. We've got the hope or the loss of hope, and then we've got the consolation. But to me, the fact that you have the consolation, it's kind of a good thing, a kind of a counterbalance in that you can find something to actually be thankful for. It's not as if everything has gone. I mean, even when Pandora opened the box, hope remained. Yes, so there is still something there. I think the main consolation for this week is that you are not alone. Okay, we are all going through this together, okay? Everybody's going through the same sort of, pardon my French, but shit that is going on at the moment. Everybody is going through it. It is a universal thing. Some people will call it awakening, ascension, whatever, nirvana. I don't know. I mean, however you want to say. We are at the moment coming to a reckoning. We are coming to a crossroads. There is literally, there is yes and there is no. There is nothing in between. There are no shades of grey on this one. You either, change is coming. Okay, so you either accept that change or you don't. If you accept that change, you're going to feel a bit hopeless for a little while. You are going to feel as though you've literally been pulled apart. But there is consolation. Okay, there is actual hope. And that consolation lies in a room. So, what are we doing in this room? Is this part of our psyche? Is this part of ourselves that we are finding? Or are we perhaps moving house, moving into a different abode, a different dwelling, a different state of being? For me, I always say, if you get like rooms or houses in dreams, that it is part of your psyche and you're exploring your psyche. So I think this is what this is. Again, probably a form of shadow work, but I think this is do you know what, we've done all the work up until this point. We have no choice now. Things are out of our hands now. Things are going to change. And how do we deal with that change? So although the change is severe and abrupt, and you might think you have no hope, actually there is consolation in that there are things that you can do. There is life afterwards, effectively. Sorry, just onto the floor has fallen some silver. So there's your consolation. Okay, there is some form of remuneration, some form of payment at the end of it. Some form of reward will be coming your way. And yeah, okay, so you may have to sit for a little while and have a lot of contemplation. If you look, you see a sort of almost a skull motif going on. Death has one. This winged messenger here. That also has an olive branch, by the way. That one has one. We have the same sort of motif over here. So there's a lot of echoing going on. Who and what are we echoing, or are we finding our own path? I think that's the key at the moment. When I say about coming to the crossroads, it is finding your own path, finding which way you need to go. And yes, you will have to say goodbye to some things, some people, some ways of doing things. Doesn't matter. They need to go. This needs to be shed. This is why we've got the death card coming out, because change is everywhere at the moment and you can't avoid it, but embrace it, go with it. Excuse me. So there's a lot of red going on here. We've got red in 3 of the cards, so get yourself grounded, get yourself steadied. If you can meditate, brilliant, meditate. If not, go and stand outside barefoot. It's absolutely fine. Doesn't matter how you do it, as long as there is connection somewhere along the way, because you are gonna feel pulled and you're gonna feel shaken. But the red, we need to be grounded here. We need to get ourselves grounded. We can't be up in the clouds. We can't be. I mean, I don't know, death is up in the clouds, but these things often seem to come from above, don't they? Bolt from the blue kind of thing. And that's exactly what I think it is. That this week I think there is going to be some sort of bolt from the blue, something you weren't aware was coming, or something you weren't prepared to admit was coming. Maybe that's the crux here. Maybe we knew it was coming, we just didn't want to admit it. Maybe that's what it is. Okay, guys, that's all I'm getting for now. So I hope we all get through this week in one piece. It does seem as though it's going to be very, very energetically fraught for us. As I say, lots of illnesses and things going around at the moment, so we're all feeling very sort of depleted and down. There is a lot going around, but get yourself grounded, get yourself rested, and know that there is hope, there is consolation, there always will be, and you probably find it within. Okay, guys, that's all I'm getting for now, so I will see you later. Bye for now.